I'm Ava Scheffler, and I'm no longer the weather girl.
I'm Haley Hepworth, and I was replaced on the midweek update.
Oof.
I'm Hannah Broxmeyer, and I've got this week's Around Campus.
I'm Connor Ward, and I have your week in Mepham sports.
And I'm Cumulonimbus Charles with your weather.
Good morning, Mepham. Today is day 4. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Haley, it is good to be back at Mepham, and I'm so excited to start a new school year with the new BMB crew.
And it is so exciting for us to finally introduce ourselves as the new hosts of the BMB Morning Announcements.
That's right, Haley. Every Friday morning, you all will be blessed with either you and I or our co-anchor, Sean McQuillan, will be coming into your classrooms with the news from around the school and our community.
And it might only be day 4, Ava, but there's already all sorts of things going on around the school. Yesterday was the opening meeting for the Skull and Bones Drama Club in the auditorium, where Ms. Siroff and Mr. Mitriou laid out the plans for the club for the upcoming year.
And drama might have been the first club to get started, but they are certainly not the last. Next week, the Model UN Club, the Science Olympiad, the Robotics Club, Game On, A World of Difference, and the Leos will all be holding their opening meetings. You can check out the Mepham website for schedules and for more information on all of these clubs and more.
Tomorrow is the 20th anniversary of the terrorist attacks on September 11th. To mark the event, people around the building are wearing red, white, and blue.
It's great to see the support for those affected by the tragedy from the Mepham community. It's important to remember the lives lost, the lives fighting for our country today, and the lives actively suffering from the effects of 9/11. And talking about support, as we start the new school year, it's important to remember that coronavirus is still around us, and we need to make sure we are wearing masks and we keep at least 3 distance in the halls in order to support each other. For more on some of the challenges and the opportunities we have ahead of us in the 2021-22 year, Mepham Principal Mr. Gomez joins our very own Hannah Broxmeyer in this week's Around Campus.
Thanks, Ava. So for our first Around Campus guest, I have Mr. Gomez with me. So thank you for being here, Mr. Gomez.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. So do you think this school year will be different from last year?
Absolutely. We have a lot of things that we're planning for, especially for the month of September with pep rally and homecoming and other events that we are looking forward for a much more spirited year.
I'm really excited for these events since we didn't get to have them last year. So how is preparing for this school year different from preparing for last school year?
Well, this school year we started preparing with a committee back in May and met once every 2 weeks with different constituent groups, parents, teachers, administrators, etc., just so that we could develop a plan to open safely for all of our students. And so far, so good.
I'm happy that that plan is working so far. So what has been your biggest challenge so far this year?
This year, I think the first couple of days with the buses, but I think now that we're in our second week of school, where everybody knows exactly where to get their buses. So we're in good shape.
That's good. So what school events and activities are you looking forward to most this year, and how will those events be different from the past?
Well, like I mentioned before, definitely looking forward to pep rally, which we hope to hold outside, weather permitting. And I'm also looking forward to our homecoming event, which will be the day after on September 25th. So other than that, we're looking forward to Ms. Siroff and Ms. Dimitrio producing a play, great athletic events, and other events that students and parents could attend in the spring as well.
I'm really excited for all of these events because we could not have most of them last year like normal. And I know it's only been a few days, but what has been the craziest thing that happened so far this year?
I think the most interesting, and not so much crazy, is the way we change over with the 9th grade lunch and again with the busing situation. But again, thanks to our security officers and our lunch monitors, all that has been squared away and is now students know exactly what they need to do and they're in a routine right now.
I'm happy everyone's adjusting to this school year as best as possible. So thank you again for being here, Mr. Gomez. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Hannah. And thank you, Mr. Gomez. We certainly do have a lot to look forward to this year. I myself am looking forward to the start of the football season this week. Not so much for the football, but for the Kickline 2020 National Champions. For the start of the Mepham sports season, here is BMB's Connor Ward with your week in Mepham sports.
Thanks, Ava. And sports start fast here at Mepham. Last night, the girls and boys soccer teams kicked off their seasons with games against MacArthur and Seaford. Tonight, the boys volleyball team kicks off their season at home against Manhasset, while the boys soccer team goes into action at Jericho. Then on Saturday, the 2021 football season kicks off with the varsity traveling all the way to Franklin Square to take on the Cary Seahawks. The Lady Sharks will be in the pool at 10 a.m., and the girls soccer team travels to Plain Edge. So a busy start to sports this season. Be sure to tune in every week when either I or Matt Mano will have your Week in Mepham Sports. Now back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, Connor. It's great to have all these sports starting up at the same time. It really is a new year here at Mepham. Speaking of new beginnings, Ava, we have a new weather person here on the morning announcements. Didn't you used to do the weather?
Why, yes, Haley. And I'm not going to lie, I may have read the weather, but in all honesty, I had no idea what I was talking about.
We know, Ava. We know. Now, to someone who does know a thing or two about the weather, it's Cumulonimbus Charles.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, faculty and staff, introducing this weekend's weather. Oh, and also, world-famous thesaurus owner, Cumulonimbus Charles, is back on the air once again to do that thing that he always does. It's been interesting to have the new freshman here. Anywho, on to the scrumptious three-course delight that is this weekend's forecast. Today is turning out to be a generally sunny day with an appetizing high of 77 and an all-too-dubious low of 55 degrees. Tomorrow, on the other hand, is on track to be a partly cloudy, mostly sunny, somewhat sus kind of day. I mean, how often do you come across a day with a high of 75 and a low of 67? Exactly. You haven't. As opposed to Friday and Saturday, Sunday is still hanging on to the sweet, sweet memories of summer with a mouth-watering high of 81 degrees and a delectable low of 70. Well, it's nice being back here and seeing you all again. That's it for me, so back to you guys in the studio.
That was impressive. I would trust Charles not to give you the weather for Tennessee. Long story. Now for the quote of the day. Don't doubt yourself, work hard, and make it happen.
These have been the BMB morning announcements for Friday, September 10th. Have a great day, Mepham.
Enjoy your Friday. I'm looking forward to a great year.
Ava, does my sound still on? Have a great day, Mepham.